everyone, Stephen Cook here with Panoptic Sounds. Just want to talk about the beginning of my music career. Music is something I've always been very passionate about and something that's been in the back of my mind, really since I've been 14 or so, after I started writing some songs on guitar. That it's always, one of the dreams I've had to, play music and have that be my living. And it really became apparent to me that is what I want to do, as I did get into the working life, into the office job, the 9 to 5. I'm sitting there, I'm trying my best, but I can't say I fully care for that, and I could think that, I could be well served spending my time doing something else, which is producing music and making music. So I'm really just trying to throw myself totally at the music industry, whether it's from a producing standpoint, writing, performing, you name it. My upcoming EP, Without a Warning, I self-produced. I know that, it's my first project, first legitimate project, so still a lot to learn, and, being pretty new, I'm still learning every day. I'm learning something new every day. This industry is huge, and there's only the tip of the iceberg, but, I'm going at it with an open mind and a positive mentality, and I think that's really big day in and day out. But yeah, like I said, I started writing songs around 14, and definitely weren't super good at the start. Just trying to channel those influences that one might have when they're 14 in the mid 2000s. So definitely weren't too good. But as I grew older and started listening to more artists like Frank Turner, the Gaslight Anthem, those bands kind of got me into the classic rock of like Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones, all those bands, and listening to all that just kind of opened up the whole world of influences to me, and just how music can be written and how it should be written. And it's and none of them, you can just write just how you feel and just be honest. And I always think that if it's a good song and it sounds good on an acoustic guitar, I think it'll sound good no matter how it is. So that's really what my mindset and mentality is when it comes to music and songwriting. Just to have something that's honest, to the point kind of, but also broad enough where the listener can have their own stories. And yeah, so to go with that, just as I've culminated songs over the years, and this is being my first release, it was tough to kind of pick 6 songs, but it was about 3 years ago or so, I had maybe 4 songs where I'm like, okay, those fit pretty well together. And then as the year progressed, I had another couple. I had a good 6 songs where I really liked how they all fit together. It really told a story for, my life over those years, as well as, I think that they can be, tell the story for a lot of people's life, as they grow up and grow older and, really kind of lose an innocence, but also try to gain an understanding for the world. So that's what, this EP is all about pretty much. And then just trying to, just try to be optimistic with it, even though that there are negatives. So with that said, with these 6 songs, I had them all written about 2 years ago, and it was at that point it was just a matter of when can I produce them, how can I produce them, and how am I going to share them with the world. I want to do it the best way possible, and it definitely was a little scared for a little while. I won't lie. So about 2 years ago, I think I recorded demo versions of 5 of them. And I liked them, but nothing I really wanted to share with the world because I didn't think that they were fully ready yet, exactly what I wanted them to be. So with that said, then about a year later, I'm like, all right, these songs aren't exactly what I wanted to be. The music's there, but the sound's not there. So I hired a producer. Everything was going well. He was a great producer. He was a sound engineer as well, so he knew what to do. But being on a budget, working a full-time job, trying to pay rent and whatnot, trying to make ends meet, it was pretty hard to make that work. Paying a producer out of pocket to make sure that this 5-6 song EP is perfect to my liking. Being a perfectionist, I want to make sure the recordings are great and everything sounds great before it's sent to start mixing. So that was kind of a half-baked project, and then over the next course of the year, I'm like thinking to myself, hey, I think I can instead of spending all that money with a producer, why don't I take some time, save some money, get some necessary equipment, a couple, some nice microphones, a condenser microphone, a dynamic mic, get a nice little studio setup. So I got, a new amp, a nice new laptop made just for my music producing, not my college laptop, that one was running really slow, as well as a few other things. And, I just set up shop and just started working and recording, and I was learning as much as I can online on YouTube. There's so many materials out there for a young producer or someone, aspiring producer to learn and to go with. And with that, I think my upcoming release, Without a Warning, is just that. It's me going at the music industry without a warning. And it's kind of means two ways, like how I said, and also how I mentioned earlier. You just kind of grow up and grow older and have to, adjust and, be a grown-up without a warning. And that's kind of what these songs are about. And I won't say it's a themed album, but that's definitely a theme that's recurrent throughout each song. And at the end, it's just try to, be happy with, what you got, and just got to love yourself. And that's really the gist of it. And don't put any more pressure on yourself than there needs to be. So like my first two singles, the first one I released nearly 2 weeks ago now. It's called Revolution. I was writing that. I was listening to Oasis's "Don't Look Back in Anger," and the little pre-chorus, he's like, "I want to start a revolution from my bed." And I was actually sitting in my bed playing guitar, and I was playing the little riff to start of my song Revolution, and I just started singing, "I want to start a revolution," and it kind of just built from there. Obviously, it reminded me of the Beatles song Revolution, so I had to give a little nod to them about being in the '60s and trying to make changes and whatnot. But that's also just a song just about kind of how the system is. You got to grow up, go through school, college, get a job, and it's not really that black and white. It's you got to kind of look at yourself and start your own kind of personal revolution, and try to make a change and try to do something that makes you happy, or else otherwise, like I say in the song, you're going to be buying the lies and selling your lives. So that's with that song. I think that's a good. I thought that was a good way to start the album, or just to have people first start listening to it. And then the second single I released is called Above Everything Else. And honestly, that may be the most optimistic and happiest song I may ever write. I remember I was just sitting outside, actually between my first couple jobs. It was a nice summer day, and I'm just like, I'm going to write a happy song. Usually when I do that, they come out kind of cheesy, but just finished reading the Tom Petty biography, and they were speaking about how when he was writing the song Wildflowers, and I think he was talking to his therapist or something, and he mentioned to them, like, I wrote that song Wildflowers, and it kind of just came to me just out of nowhere. And then the therapist is like, who do you think you're writing that about? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I think you're writing about yourself. You're just talking to yourself, just how you belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere you feel free and whatnot. And that kind of, I took that to heart kind of, and I'm like, I'm going to write a song just to myself. I'm kind of in a happy mood, and I'm just going to write to myself and just let the words flow. That's kind of what I did. I gave a nod to Wildflowers as well, saying that you belong with the flowers. So in that song, so that's really just the story behind those couple songs. I'm gonna play a couple here. I'll play Revolution, Above Everything Else, and I'll also throw in another song from the album called Around the Block, and that's one that it could potentially be my favorite song off the album. It's really just a culmination of just what the album is, and kind of optimistic to an extent, but also just tell it like it is. And I really love it. Like I said, probably one of my favorite songs. So, and maybe I'll throw a cover in there too. So play a few songs for you guys now. So thank you for listening again. Like, comment, subscribe, follow Panoptic Sounds, and look me up on social media as well. Hey, this is Stephen Cook. This one's called Around the Block, the fifth and penultimate song of my upcoming EP, Without a Warning. that hurricane. Now I'm saving some face till I make my escape. Sometimes I forget my name. Now I'm so far from home, alone and I'm stoned, so I'll turn up the radio. I'll be alright once I get this night. I'm young but I feel so old, and maybe we'll get back someday. But lately, been moving the wrong way. I should've stayed, but I couldn't wait. Say we better off this way. Maybe we'll make it out okay. If I would've stayed, would I be the same as I once was? Let's take a walk around the block, have a smoke and have a talk about the incidental loss of innocence, or the course of nights under the influence. So come on, take a look at us now. Crazy baby, have you seen how the camouflage with the crest of others? But this walk is almost over. Will we ever recover? And I hope we'll get it back someday. But I know we've been moving the wrong way. I should've stayed, but I couldn't wait. Say we were better off this way. Maybe we'll make it out okay. If I would've stayed, would we be the same as we once were? Thanks. Alright, next song I'm going to play is a little cover, Bruce Springsteen, Atlantic City. One of my favorite artists, and I love this song, so might as well, since I have the harmonica here, keep it on. Well, they blew up the chicken man through last night. Now they blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're getting ready for a fight. Gonna see what them racket boys can do. Down here's just trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble out on the promenade, and the gambler commission's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Well, now everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Well, I've been having trouble trying to put my money away, but I got debts that no honest man can pay. So I drew what I had from the Central Trust, and I bought us 2 tickets on the Coast City bus. Now baby, everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Now our luck may have died fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. It's hard to find. Down here it's just winners and losers. Don't get caught on the wrong side of that line. Well, I'm tired of coming out on the losing end. Well, honey, last night I met this guy. I'm gonna do a little favor for him. Well, now everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Oh, meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Girl, meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Alright, so that was Atlantic City. Alright, I'm going to play first single off the upcoming EP. It's called Revolution. So here it goes. Start it over. I want to start a revolution with the sixth string. Girls of 60 still haven't found a real solution. Don't you understand? They're doing all they can, and open up your eyes. It ain't there, dark in the night. See the things unseen and believe what you don't want to believe. Is it alright? Is it alright? If we're turning our backs down behind us a road, time that the rivers keep running dry. Is it alright? Tell me, 15 years, will it be fine if we keep hanging our heads down, content with the worn rounds where we just keep buying all the lies? I want to start a revolution right here on this page, without no wars being waged. And turn off your television. There ain't results without action. I'm done being passive. You get all that you need. You don't feel anything. Should we bottle up our dreams and lead the lives they want us to lead? Is it alright? Is it alright? Yeah, if we're turning our backs down behind us a road, tell me the rivers keep running dry. Is it alright? Tell me, in 15 years, will it be fine if we keep hanging our heads down, content with the worn rounds where we just keep buying all the lies? I want to start a revolution. I want to start a revolution, yeah, yeah. I want to start a revolution. Don't you want to start a revolution, yeah, yeah. Alright, now I'm going to play second single called Above Everything Else. Yeah, so here goes. It's time to take your head off the pillow and get on your feet again. It's time to get up and get out and be proud of yourself, even though there are things you may regret. And I know there are times you feel low, but I promise you all on. You gotta do what you love to feel alive. You enjoy your life, and fuck 'em if they say you ain't living right. Well, I finally found good reason to be happy. And oh, I swore needed was money to survive in this conceited world. Yeah, oh, swore needed was beholding the hand of a beautiful girl. Yeah, it'd be nice, but it's alright. None of that will make me whole. 'Cause I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Yeah, I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Time to take your head out of the past and start looking around you now. Yeah, man, you're blessed. Take a breath, think of all that you have. It's alright if you don't yet have your crown. The flowers are growing out in the sun, and you belong to be right by the side. You deserve to feel free, just believe what your need's meant to be. Remember the rain helped you grow from a seed. Well, I finally found good reason to be happy. I guess I always had what I needed in my backseat. And oh, so needed was money to survive in this conceited world. Yeah, oh, I swore needed was beholding the hand of a beautiful girl. Yeah, it'd be nice, but it's alright. None of that will make me whole. 'Cause I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Yeah, I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Well, I'd always doubt if it all worked out, so I'd start to run far from this town. I'd burn the bridges, rip out the stitches. It took me years to even try to fix it, and the pressure back then, it gave me headaches. I swear my baby back then once said, make sure your heart breaks, and the broken heart still beats time. With every scar it got stronger, and the angry man still lives on. With every breath he grew calmer. Well, I finally found good reason to be happy. And oh, I swore needed was money to survive in this conceited world. Yeah, oh, I swore needed was beholding the hand of a beautiful girl. Yeah, it'd be nice, but it's alright. None of that will ever make me whole. 'Cause I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Yeah, I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Above everything else, swore needed was money to survive in this conceited world. Yeah, oh, I swore needed was beholding the hand of a beautiful girl. Yeah, it'd be nice, but it's alright. None of that will make me whole. I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Yeah, I'll be fine once I learn to love myself. Above everything else. Thanks. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow Panoptic Sounds on social media, and if you like the performance, give me a follow too. Thanks. I wanna start a revolution with the 6th string, gives a 60.